Hi, my love. I missed you. Creating this abstract surf today that I saw on Xiaohongshu. Artist one day decided to reimagine bones and paint it. The way it wraps from eye to cheek is just fluid and so visually pleasing. I have some eye makeup on already, but I'm too lazy to remove it, so ignore that. This look just requires where I'm starting now with this first light gray on the inner corner and the outer corner, then slowly darkening it with a medium gray, leaving that middle space clear and pretty intact. Same with the bottom with shadow starting from the middle, blended to the outer corner. Inner corner adding muted reddish purple for that I'm so fucking tired and sexy, bro. Like, what do I do? I got such a poker face because I picked up the wrong shade and it went dark and I just kept going, like instant acceptance. Am I enlightened? Now, white shadow in that inner corner. To be honest, I'm kind of just winging it. I really like messy makeup, and this particular day, I forgot why I was in a crap mood. So I paint my feelings dark, gaunt. Then I saw that it wasn't dark enough, so I add in more darker gray, darker, highlighting with white shadow under the arch of my brow, fingertips, and a glorious shimmer. This is from Pastel Roses, and their shimmers is one of the most stunning, smooth, and beautiful I've ever seen and felt. Going back once more and layering any shadows I feel fits, and moving on to tapping on some blush. Normally, I map out with dots where those lines are going, but today I felt like just kind of freehanding it and sketching. You have those days when you feel like you're in a flow, and today I wasn't, but I was like, I'm gonna force myself and do that. Using a water activated liner as well takes away a lot of the anxiety when drawing those lines because it can easily be removed or covered. Even though I freehanded that sketch, I messed up a lot. I always do, but you can always fix it along the way. Here's a face chart of those sketches you can add to your face. Make sure that once in a while you take a step back or back up in your makeup chair and look in the mirror to analyze that placement. It looks different from when you're so up close and focused to when you kind of just zoom out. You'll see that makeup artists, when working on clients, they're always looking back and forth your face to the mirror in front of you to make sure it looks good from up close, from afar, across the room, across the building. Also, you can take photos of yourself with the sketch because it looks different on photos and video too because of the angle and the lens. Now, since our facial features are all unique and different, it's okay to get frustrated when you don't get it quote unquote right. But just know this is you watching this video, experimenting with makeup, meaning arts, baddie, you baddie, just because you wanted to do something fun for yourself. And that's beautiful and it's sacred and it's cunty. It's cunty sacred. So in time, you'll absolutely find your rhythm with it. It's okay to be pissed off if you don't. Just come back to it. Just like when you were a baby, you're crawling, then clumsy walking and falling. Then one day you walk, strut, kuchina, death drop, and you don't even think about the crawl anymore. Focus on the personality of creating the sauce before the aesthetics. Just try is all I'm saying. So yeah, you can see I'm drawing those lines in increments as I go and filling it in roughly. The product to water ratio is like 1 to 3. There's transparency just in case I mess up. Transparency, that lightness of the pigment that you pick up, the product that you pick up, you can clean it up easier. You'll find the principles with a lot of these art looks, art in general. You sketch, then a better sketch goes on top of it, then a refined sketch, then you clean it up. You can also see that my hand on the handle is relatively close to the brush itself, and this is for control. So if you want more control and more feeling, hold your hand closer to that brush, and in between these bones there's like a little space. And when we're talking about details, here's a rough sketch of how you can draw it and lessen any chances of mistakes. You can start with, say, a square just as a foundation that you can build on. Then each increment you work with, you can slowly follow that detail on the reference. So pay attention to the points or the curves, how wide. You'll want to draw it in proportion to your face. A huge part of art is observation, and you'll find a lot of things that you've missed from just looking versus when you actually try to recreate with that brush in hand. You find a lot of things and it's exciting, it's refreshing because you're like, whoa, I didn't notice that line there, that specific shade. And like, oh my god, that's how they did it. Like, now look at me, I'm an observant little biatch slay. And that's why recreating is healthy for an artist. It guides and helps you see and consider places you wouldn't have. The beauty of artistry in any form is sharing of perspectives and opens up new ways to see. Now for the cleanup, a sharp Q-tip, or if it's dry, you can use a mascara wand, a clean mascara wand, to gently buff that pigment off. Because water on a Q-tip to clean can, in a lot of looks, ruin the foundation underneath. Here it's okay because it's so little and I can go back with a concealer brush. But yeah, a Q-tip, pointed Q-tip. I have these like micro ones that I love. And as you go and just back and forth with painting and removing, all up to you. Here's where I fucked up probably the most, and it's always near the end. I don't know why. But to make anything pop, you add shadows. So with a light brown mini brush, I'm painting around those whites. It would be better if I maybe sketched with the brown. That would have been easier. I think in terms of cleanup, was kind of winging doing it today anyway, so yeah, we learn as we go. I went all around the whites and then again with a slightly deeper brown, going around again and blending those edges. Then I went back with the white. Too many layers and it's not so good, so I'm grateful this spine survived. Also, it's been a while since I've posted. My cat got really very sick, and on top of that, I'm mentally working through what's stopping me from creating. I tend to overanalyze and self-sabotage everything, whether I'm aware of it or not. It's very sneaky, very nuanced, the way I'm trying to figure out my mind in a healthy way. And I feel like I'm getting better, but I can only prove that through my actions slowly. So thank you so much for being patient with me. I just really hope I provide something you enjoy watching. I love you. Bye.